living in the spirit is very much the lesson of Saturn and Pisces, and I'd like to sit in this idea as we go on the retrograde train at 19 degrees. Staying bound to the mundane perspectives of this world is to deny the explosive wonders waiting to be unearthed in our very souls. Excuse me while I get biblical here, you see? I was always told to think for myself, and I've always thought that the Bible was written by people, so therefore take it with a grain of salt. So I very much understand people's adversity to the book, because while God does speak directly through man, we must interpret it. And those interpretations have quite literally buried thousands of people alive and killed millions. I think this is why I'm drawn to people who seek more knowledge and the truth behind the words and symbols that being said, Psalms declaring, "The Lord is with me, I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?" is an amazing example of living in the spirit because you shed your mortality, but let me explain. Now, Lawrence Gardner's radical reinterpretation of Genesis 4 is a decoder ring that unravels the tangled lineage from God, or rather Enki in this sense, starting with Cain and Abel. Gardner says, Cain was not the infamous first murderer, but a scion of the Sumerian house of Kish, born from Eve in the Anunnaki god Enki, not Adam, according to the original text. This makes Cain's lineage anything but ordinary, as he was of the sky, or Nibiru, and bore the mark of dominion over the earth, a symbol that surpassed the humble label of a tiller of the ground. The original translation says Cain rose up against Abel because his blood, pulsing with higher dimensional consciousness, demanded recognition, not out of envy but out of the hierarchy of order. In this light, Enki's refusal of Cain's earthly offerings is asking more of his son, and his warning: you will be accepted if you do what is right, but if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you, but you must subdue it. Pete's master is a reminder to all of us with higher potentials to rise above our earthly limitations. Enki here is the father pushing his more gifted son and warning him that with great power comes great responsibility, and if you are pulled into the world of matter when you are supposed to rule it, you lose. You must dial down the noise of the material in order to live from the spirit. Now you are cursed and banished from the ground, which has swallowed your brother's blood is not a curse, but rather a mandate in this translation. It is as if the universe or God's plan demands Cain to operate from a higher dimensional paradigm. No longer will the ground yield good crops for you, no matter how hard you work. From now on, you will be a homeless wanderer on the earth. How many star seeds feel this way today? In 2012, I foresaw this vibratory quickening, this shift where the intentions behind our choices would become starkly unavoidable, and the earth would be barren if your intentions, thoughts, and actions were not in alignment with truth. 1 John 4:4 says, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." Living in the spirit is precisely this, understanding that the miracles reside within you. If you continue to cling to your limited perspective and the ways of the world, you'll miss out. And do you really want to do this again? I wouldn't be too sure that reincarnation isn't in the Bible. After all, it's a higher dimensional text that seems to know that everything has already been done. This reminds me, based on particle physics, if we are rebounding off of negative time, then the multiplication of energy implies that everything that exists is in the past. The world is over, but we like the old episodes that are new to us. Bottom line, living in this accelerated reality, understanding the universe's true workings and the spirit's power in shaping all matter is not just beneficial, it's imperative. The learning curve is steep and unforgiving, ready to lay bare the inadequacies of those who fail to integrate spiritual truths into their material existence. Creating from the third dimensional reality is now an archaic notion. Misguided thoughts and a lack of higher dimensional awareness manifests with this tangible disaster, personal, societal, or environmental. These are the trials of mastery, the rigorous initiation of becoming a unified thought with the creator God. Yes, the actual one, not silly Enki. In his, her, all of its infinite wisdom tolerates neither ignorance nor half-hearted attempts. The demand is nothing less than full engagement, relentless pursuit, and dedication to the spiritual side of all. This is the path of the true master, the one who comprehends that the universe is a living, breathing entity that responds to our highest intentions and deepest truths.
God looked on my sacrifice with favor.
God looked upon my sacrifice. What I mean, is he a total suck or what?